property you desire to get definitely has a condition, and you need to know about the property conditions. So property condition, I'm just going to narrow it to make it simple for you. When you want to get a property, you might want to consider what the topography of the property is, which means you want to check if the property is wet land, if the property is dry land, if the property is swampy land. You see all these three land, I've invested in three of them. And I can tell you that most times the land that appreciates so well is what is the one that is swampy. Mm. It shocked you, right? Okay, let's look out on the Lekki Phase 1 a few years ago. Lekki Phase 1 used to be very swampy. A lot of people keyed into Lekki Phase 1. And today, if you need land in Lekki Phase 1, I'm sure you budget at least your 400 to 500 million. That is with Abeg. And if you check Banana Island also is swampy. But today, if you need a plot of land in Banana Island, it runs between 1.5 billion or more. So you have to get reasons why I tell you that property condition of a property you desire matters so much. Like, it helps you to decide on the next step to take when it comes to getting a property you love. Now, everybody desire a particular property because of some certain reason, honestly. But I must tell you that when you desire that property, you should also think of this topography, which is also key. So every buyer will look out on what is the topography of this particular property I have interest in. That's why anytime you're calling any realtor and you want to get a property, find out. Now you have watched this video, I know you know what this is. Now this applies to land. Now we'll talk about house also, so that you will know what and what to know. I mean, that are the property condition you should know. When you have gotten the right condition of the property, now you might make up your mind if it is what you want or not. Honestly, I have clients who will tell me, and I can't go for swampy land. I can only go for land that are dry, 100% dry. Then I tell them about wetland. Wetland is not like it is dry, it is not swampy, it's not marshy. Okay, but because they've not done drainage yet, you might see water on the ground, but it's not marshy. So you have to know the difference between these three. And some of my clients will tell me that know about swampy land. They tell me, and yes, look for that swampy land for me. So I'm just telling you so that you'll be able to understand property condition. The property you're getting itself is more like you now. They might want to check your health condition, checking how you're feeling. Oh yes, Mr. A is feeling good. Mr. A has gone through some checks, and while we're checking his condition, we discover that that's how it is to land. Okay, so when you have gotten the topography and you are cool with it, then you might check other criteria. We have already listed them in some of our series, which is why you need to watch from series 1 to series 3. And we have short videos on our YouTube, but the full videos are on our Instagram, but the full videos are on YouTube. Now let's look at the house. If you want to buy a house, what are the things you need to look at? What are the conditions you need to look out for? I'm going to give you some tips that would help you forever. These are tips that you know, and once you know them, you have known them. One, a house might actually be brand new. Brand new in the sense that it's newly built and you are the first to move into the house. Honestly, brand new houses are good, but you need to check the condition. When you buy a house, you might want to check if the water is working well, if the lightning is well connected, the windows are well closed, the doors are locking well, okay? And you might also want to check the surroundings, if it's somewhere good for you to live in. So these are some of the condition that nobody will tell you, but you will hear it on HTH and Pro Limited under the Ator TV. Honestly, these are some of the things you need to put in mind. So while buying a new house, you're checking all these things. And in some cases, the seller might actually fix all these things for you. In some cases, if the seller is not making so much profit in Nigeria, the seller will tell you, Oga, I beg, now you go fix this one. I'm not really making profit of this. And if you know that it pays you, why not? If you know it doesn't pay you, you go back able to negotiate what works for you both. Honestly. Now, let's look out on the next part of the home. If you are buying a home, you might want to buy a home, but you are buying an off-plan project. Now, honestly, we have different off-plan projects. We have in Abijo, basically, at the moment that is hot. We have in Shongotedo. We have in Aja. We have in some other axes. But I can tell you that off-plan project, if it's genuine, the delivery and the finishing sometimes are great. Anyway, they just took light, so we are just going to round up this video before I on generator. So let's manage this. It's just the voice, you know. So okay, so you might want to do all those checks and be sure that this is actually what you need before you put in your funds into it. Then when it comes to a home, you might also want to get a home that it is already built. Somebody has lived in that house. So definitely this one's there might be so many conditions to check. And how do you know? You employ the work of a realtor, and the realtor will definitely put you through on what to do and what not to do so that you don't make mistakes. And I hope this video really helps you. If it does, remember to do a thumbs up by liking this video. Remember that we have a lot of videos coming up for our 30-day series. And if you want to be part of this lovely series, please don't miss out. We have a playlist where you can learn all these things at ease. All you need to do is to do what? Stay tuned to Heart TV and go through the playlist and check the 30-day series. Join it and enjoy all this great value for free. Nothing. You don't have to pay anything but for free. It's a 30 days series for you all. So if you know this has really helped you, remember to do a thumbs up by liking this video. I haven't seen any like, but I've seen a lot of people tuning. Please drop that like button. It's important. It will definitely ginger me to do more. And for our Instagram, you can decide to follow us on Instagram immediately so that you don't miss out on the short clips that we have. They're actually 2 different videos. So please go there, watch, like, drop comment, ask your questions below this particular video, and definitely we'll have any of our team to respond to you. Thank you, people, and do have a blessed day. See you tomorrow.